Yo, what up traders? Welcome to another weekly review of EURUSD, DXY and GBPUSD. I'm going to be outlining what I was looking for this week and we'll break down what the hell happened here. And I only took one trade, just like last week, because the price action was not that good in my opinion. And it was a half risk and it was a loss unfortunately. But I will break down exactly what happened and so you guys can learn from it as well. Okay, so let's go to the higher time frame. So if I look at the higher time frame when we were at Monday, and let me use the replay button here, right? So this is Monday, right? So we closed here, and if you look at where all this situated here, all these equal highs and stuff, I was looking to aim for that early in the week, right? Because we were looking to complete a market maker buy model. So now if I quickly post a screenshot over here. So now if I go to the 1 hour here and I go back to where we were situated at the start of the week, let me scroll forward a little bit. Right, so we're basically over here, up here, right? So if I grab my screenshot over here so you guys can see it as well. Waiting for price to go back to discount to go higher on EURUSD, right? You can see here's the discount area and where the consolidation is situated, that's this, right? So what I wanted to do, because we had SMT on these lows, I wanted to look for longs until we reach that market maker buy model area, right? These equal highs all the way up here. It was a beautiful draw on liquidity. The only thing here is we did not get a proper run below the lows and we just went from a market cycle expansion into consolidation into another expansion, right? So that in that occasion, it's kind of unfortunate. So if we scroll, and this is Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? We did nothing, right? We just expanded and went sideways. Now, this setup was still valid in my opinion, right? So I was still looking for that. And if we scroll through Wednesday, there we go, right there. We just stayed inside of the range. Then we hit this high. And this was the monthly open on March. So if we go here and I zoom in a little bit, you can see the monthly candle here, no wick, and it was the opening price. And I wanted to see that get taken out. Now, in this specific move up, if we go to GBPUSD, right, it was on this day here. Here we go. We already ran all those highs, which we also had on the consolidation on EURUSD. If we have SMT on the highs and there's an actual displacement lower, we can use that SMT and CSD to confirm that we want to go lower. And the only trade setup I actually was looking for this week was a retracement play. So if I go to EU, right, I'll show you a screenshot of the Discord in a bit. I scroll back a little bit because I look for an entry here, right? So if I go back to what we were seeing, right, we ran those highs, which was up here. We had SMT with GBPUSD. We had all balanced price over here, right? We tapped into the most recent fair value gap. So if I mark this one out, we tagged the most recent fair value gap. And this was during New York session as well. Now, the only mistake I probably made here, because we already had a big expansion during London, I would have probably not be able to expect a larger drop off, but I'll show you something here, which kind of messed up the trade setup. So I was looking for market cycles, right? So if we have an expansion phase, typically we retrace and then expand again, or we go sideways. With candle closure, and I will post this screenshot here on the so I can show you guys what I was looking for, right? So here I have the screenshot because I was literally during the live stream as well with the team. I was looking for a candle closure below the previous low to aim for just for discount of the range, right? Because I was still expecting price to go higher, right? So I was just aiming for a market cycle expansion into discount, and that would be the entire trade setup. And that is why it was also half risk, right? So I basically anticipated this to be another expansion phase, right? And I was just aiming for discount. So we have a 2R over here, right? Now, here's the thing. This happened, which is nothing. Almost got stopped out. Then it started to look pretty decent and then it went higher. Now, at this moment, look at GBPUSD, right? It was at this moment in time, we actually dropped around almost 35 pips. I would have been break even here as well. But GU actually did the entire move. Now, they absolutely cooked this week with the news release well. So if you have the entire range here, right? So we'll mark up the entire range. discount was not hit. On GU, Euro, discount was not hit. And then we got this absolutely massive blast up on Friday. This was Trump announcing, or actually was it Iran, that the Strait of Hormuz was going to be opened again. And that's obviously very positive news. And we ran into my key, or into my target actually, for the start of the week, right? I outlined, I want to see that OC draw, so the original consolidation of that market maker model. I wanted to see that get taken out, right? So it did that on Friday. And we still didn't touch discount, right? So what do you guys think we should expect for next week? I'm very interested to know. Let me know in the comments, right? What do you think next week? Are we gonna have a bullish week or a bearish week? Or if you're not sure, you can let me know as well. I just don't know what's gonna happen, right? Obviously, when a lot of buy side liquidity has been purged, there is a very high chance we go back to discount of the range, right? So short little breakdown of what I did this week. Could have been a better week, but I'm pretty confident next week is going to be pretty solid. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Make sure to comment what you think, what's going to happen next week. And next week we'll just do another weekly review. We'll try to do this every week. All right. For now, I'll catch you guys in the next video.